Good afternoon, my dear boys of class 4. I hope all of you are fit and fine, and your miss is also fine, and I am back to you with another new topic from your syllabus, that is punctuation. I hope you are going to enjoy this lecture because punctuation is the easiest topic of your syllabus. So boys, today I am going to start a new topic, and before starting this topic I would like to give you the answers of our previous HW. So take out your copy and try to match the answers with my answers, and if you have written the correct answer, put a tick mark, and if you have not written the correct answer, put a cross mark. Okay, and try to write the explanation that I am going to explain now. Okay, so boys, listen to me carefully and try to write down if you have any confusion on any topic. Okay, so boys, let's go for the class and take out your necessary accessories. So boys, here are the answers of your previous HW. I hope you are going to match them. Okay, so the first one is, I flew from San Francisco to Zurich. Boys, I have written here to because we use to talk about movement in the direction of a point. I am repeating, we use to talk about movement in the direction of a point. Then number 2, every morning I get on my bicycles and go to school. You know boys, we say get in and get out of a car. Okay, so when you are getting out of a car or taxi or a van, you will use out, but we say get on or get off the motorbikes and bicycle and public transport like bus, train or plane. Okay, so boys, in my previous class I gave you some notes where to use to, on, along, across. Okay, so you have to remember all of these things and you have to learn those definitions and uses so that you can apply the preposition of movement in the sentence. Okay, then number 3, the cat was on the table, then it jumped off the table. So there is an opposite action, that is, at first the cat was on the table and then it jumped off the table. So off is the opposite of the preposition of movement on. Okay, then number 4, we got out of the car and ran into the building. I told you that when you are getting out of a car or a taxi or a van, you will write out. Okay, and ran into the building. Boys, when we use into with verbs of movement to describe a movement from outside into a dimensional space. So we use into with the verbs of movement. So we ran is a verb of movement, so here you have to use the preposition of movement into. Okay, then number 5, boys, I am again repeating, we use into with verbs of movement to describe a movement from outside into a dimensional space. So I am running from outside into the building. So we use into with a verb of movement. Okay, from outside into a dimensional space. Then number 5, he fell off his motorbike when he was riding very fast. Again, there is off. When someone is falling from some place or some location, you have to use off, OFF, off. Okay, so he fell off his motorbike when he was riding very fast. Then number 6, he escaped through a door in the back of the building. Boys, I told you that we use through to talk about movement from one side to the other side of something. When we are in something such as tunnel, forest, a gate or a door. Okay, again I am repeating, boys, we use through to talk about movement from one side to the other side of something. When we are in something such as tunnel, forest, a gate, in a door. I showed you some pictures of the preposition of movement through. I hope if you have learned the definitions and uses of through and have watched the picture of through, you have become clear about this idea. Okay. Then number 7, we took a boat across the river. So boys, when we use across to talk about movement from one side to the other side of something that has sides, limits, such as a road, city or river. So you know the river has sides and also it has limits. So we use across for the river. Okay. The number 8, the robber broke his leg when he tried to jump over a wall. You know, when we cross something without touching it, we actually this is called jumping. Okay. When we jump something without touching it, we use over. Okay. So another we can say in another way, that is we use over to talk about movement from one side to the other, especially when you have to go up and down to it. Again I am repeating, we use over to talk about movement from one side to the other, especially when you have to go up and down to it. Then number 9, he took the phone and threw it into the water. Again there is into. I have told you that we use into with verbs of movement to describe a movement from outside into a dimensional space. So he took the phone and threw it into the water. So threw is a movement, that means that is a verb of movement. So we have used here into, and the water is a dimensional space. Okay. Then number 10, the students are going in the classroom. So classroom is an enclosed space, that's why I have used here in. But I am requesting you that preposition actually is a confusing thing, so you have to learn very well this topic, and that's why you have to practice more and more, and you can make revisions on the topic that I have given you based on preposition of movement, place or time. Okay, so try to make revisions in each week so that you may not forget them. Okay, so now boys, I am going to our new topic, that is punctuation. So get ready, take a new page and try to write clearly. Okay, so let's go for our new topic. So these are the punctuation marks. All of you know this. This is a question mark, this is a full stop, this is an exclamation mark, and this is a comma. Okay, so today we are going to learn up to question mark, that is we are going to start from full stop and we will finish at question mark. Okay, so get ready. So this is called full stop. Okay, it is used at the end of a complete or declarative sentence. All of you know that we use full stop at the end of a complete declarative sentence. Examples: my name is Sheetal. Number 2, the dog is barking. Number 3, my mother is baking a cake today. Number 4, I want to study. So all these sentences are statement sentence, or you can say that complete declarative sentence. Okay, so after the complete declarative sentence we use full stop. Then a sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. All of you know that. Then the pronoun I is written in a capital letter wherever it appears. That means when you are going to write the pronoun I in anywhere at the sentence, you have to write it in capital letter. Okay, example: Amit and I are brothers. So always pronoun I is in capital letter. Okay, then a proper noun always begins with a capital letter. All of you know that we always use write proper noun with a capital letter. Example is: she gave the book to Kamlesh. So Kamlesh is a proper noun, that's why you have to write it with a capital letter. Then question mark. So this question mark is used at the end of an interrogative sentence. Example, that is: how many cookies did you eat? So this is a question mark. A sentence that asks a question ends with a question mark. So when you will find a sentence that actually asks a question, you have to use a question mark at the end of that sentence. Okay, there are more examples, that is: what is your name? Where are you going? Why are you sad? How are you? Can I take your pencil? Are you happy? So boys, you have to write all of these sentences, examples in your CWO copy and try to learn them because actually punctuation marks, the topic punctuation mark is very easy. So try to write it down, and I would like to request you boys, please keep your focus on preposition because it will be confusing. That's why you have to practice more and more, and punctuation is easy. I know all of you can do it. So boys, write each and everything in your CW copy very nicely. Okay, so see you in my next class. Try to write each and everything, try to learn very well, and try to study. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you boys for watching my class. See you in my next class.